Hello there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Let me quickly do a video on two of my Kilian fragrances. I recently got Apple Brandy, and this fragrance I've been having like a how to say a sample of it for a very long time, like few months, and I always had this on mind, like I want to get this fragrance someday. Okay, and I still have some juice left in there. I use it once in a while. So recently, one of our retailers, they gave sale again. It's not year-end sale, but mid-year Eid. Like Eid means our festivity, and they gave a sale, so it came down to something like $160, but this being sold for 250. So I do not know. I heard a rumor that the Apple Brandy by Kilian on the rocks. Especially, there are two versions of it. Apple Brandy, the more expensive line, and this is more of their this bottle line. Okay, 50 ml version. So this Apple Brandy on the rocks perhaps is getting a bit rare. So I was concerned. I wanted to get an angel share backup, but currently the economic situation is not that great, so I did not get. So I'm pretty happy. We say alhamdulillah, like thank God for everything. And I'm very happy with these two bottles that I have now, 50-50. They're gonna serve me. I'm gonna use them on special occasion, enjoy them. You don't really have to stock a 500 ml of something sometimes, because you do not even, I don't think you can even finish those fragrances unless you have like only two fragrances. If you have a big collection in the rotation, fragrances do not get used. Okay, so I wanted to re-review them like together. Okay, and I want to talk about a couple of their clones as well. I would like to know if these are worth it. Why did I get it? How much do I like it? And if these are worth the price tag of 250 for 50 mil. So yeah, you can get this for $150 like last year or so, but the price have gone high, taxes and all. So 160 and after super discount. Okay, so angel share, I think I paid around 150 something also. It's like $160, 160 for 50 mil. So that translates to something like $300. So at that point, it's not cheap. Anything that is $300 is expensive. So houses like Rojadav, Kilian, or MFK, or any niche house, they are expensive. So you really have to know you like the fragrance enough to buy it. Like Portrait of a Lady, masterpiece. Okay, Creed, Royal Oud, masterpiece. Everything else masterpiece from this house? No. Kilian has a lot of fragrances I do not like. Roses on Ice, Lower Worth I like, but there are many fragrances I think they are just nice, but not my type. Okay, so Apple Brandy finally, yay, score. Like sometimes people ask me like, "Hey Joy, do you buy your fragrances?" I'm like, "Yep, all my hard-earned money goes in my perfume because I want to create content. I do decanting, I use, so I stay within this rotation, right?" So I'll tell you one thing. These fragrances are not to be blind bought. Especially the angel share, it's easy for me, but when I say something, it's not like has to be your case too. I love them. I paid that money. I rather, in general, I would never pay $150 for 50 mil. Usually I would rather buy some 10 fragrances to create content, or some designers, 3 designers. I got them because I love them. Okay, simple. So when you judge some reviewers like, hey, he's getting free bottles, I have seen some accusation from one reviewer trying to accuse another reviewer that they're being influencing, and they're getting free bottles, and they are sponsored. Let me tell you, those same reviewers also sponsored by something like some sites, and they say our sponsor is this. So it's kind of like hypocrisy. I'll tell you, even if he's my favorite reviewer. So I think rather than talking about the reviewers, what they're doing, I think it's up to people. People know the best. Community knows the best, right? Like you guys know what you want. You guys are grown up. You're not kids. People are not gonna be like, hey, here's a lollipop. Come and follow me, and then to the drain, like eat. Like the clown, right? So yeah, I mean, you guys know what you're getting into and what you do, and you like to follow your favorite reviewer. You like to support your favorite influencer. I mean, looking at Jeremy, I do not like what I see in Jeremy now, but good for him. He's making money. He's successful. People are calling him, and he is being disrespectful to many people out there. And then he's doing some things that are nothing to do with fragrances. But he is here because he perhaps did something right, right? And he make the right moves. He invested in suits, women, editing, all these things, and it works. So the world success goes to people who are working the right way. So I am working very slow, for example, but I like to share my passion. So these two. Okay, sorry, long introduction. First of all, we'll talk about Angel Share. This is one of my favorite fragrances. Sweet, beautiful bottle presentation. I just love it. They look very elegant. And yesterday I almost dropped and broke the bottle because the cap is loose. They should do something about the caps because they are not very snug fit or click onto place. But this fragrance get compared to like some clones are out there if you can afford it, like Khamra by Latafa, and my favorite being, I think, Zimaya Sharaf blend. This is the most closest and the longest lasting out of all the Angel Share clone. So these are fraction of price, 35, around there dollars. So if you cannot afford that, you can find these and switch to these. They're not going to disappoint for the price. Excellent, I love them. But nothing beats Angel Share in terms of smell. Whenever I'm going out and let's say I'm going to an event, let's say a perfume program, or there's gonna be a lot of people around, and I do not know what to wear, summer or winter, I don't care, I put on Angel Share because that is my confidence booster. Extremely loud, extremely long lasting. I think this, I consider this like my own child. I'm always biased towards it. I cannot sort of like bash it. Like it's like it's like my baby, right? If I had money, I would get like 500 ml of it, like the big bottle, whatever. I would use it for rest of my life as a signature scent. I love this more than Dior Intense. So let me tell you, that means a lot. So Angel Share, forget about it. It's great. It's a perfection, but price is very expensive too. So again, the solutions are there. Khamra is not as close as the Zimaya Sharab blend. Check out my reviews. You can get those for a fraction of price and you can enjoy sort of that DNA. So now Apple Brandy is interesting. Okay, when I talk about Apple Brandy, let me put that sample there. I do have also, man, where's my other sample? Yeah, I do have a sample of Angel Share too. These are with me when I did not have the full bottles, but I keep them. Okay, so let me remove that. So Apple Brandy, what's so special about Apple Brandy? Apple Brandy on the rocks is a little bit lighter, fresher take. Many people, I saw reviews that they say Apple Brandy is not as long lasting. I mean, the on the rocks version is not as long lasting as the original Apple Brandy. That's like more sweet, boozy, and thick apple, and more performing. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Apple Brandy here, this perfume, I did put it on the very high heat and humidity conditions. It performed. Okay, this thing performs on the neck, on the shirt, and this is such a beautiful perfume. Even though the juice color is a bit lighter, okay, compared to this, do not think this is any less potent. This is more potent for sure. This one lasts longer. It's more sweeter. This one offers freshness. So I think the comparison goes to a lot to Boss Bottle, which is my favorite apple fragrance, the cinnamon, a little bit spice. That sweet cinnamon and apple combo goes a long way, and it's a very lovey-dovey masculine fragrance. But yesterday, my good friend Carlos, he's my brother. He's with me since my beginning. So hi, bro. So he said this is a more. He loves this more than Angel Share. So yeah, I mean, these are kind of like polarizing opinions that I seem to love this more, he seemed to love that more. So many people said, unpopular opinion, maybe Apple Brand is bigger than Angel Share. I because like it's like, how can you compare your children? Like if you ask me, yes, I do love Angel Share more than DHI, but I love DHI. I would not live without it, right? So it's like my own family. Same thing with Apple Brandy. Now this thing, both of them I love, but I would not say I love one over the other or this is superior. These are subjective, right? And I do think they're both equally good. I think Apple Brandy on the rocks you'll get to wear more, even though this one has the sweetness. You can also wear it for winter and summer at the same time. But Angel Share a little bit more on the cooling weather. So Apple Brandy is just so nice, and I do not know, some distinctive boozy note. Maybe it smells like whiskey to me, but I think it has some of the other boozy notes, which reminds me of a little bit like Kute, right? This fragrance, Apple Brandy on the rocks, reminds me of Kute by Unique Luxury. That one has strong booze, really, really strong and sweetness. And I called Wildstone Whiskey, this cheap perfume, a clone of that. So I asked my brother Carlos, do you find similarity between this and Kute? He said maybe some, but I don't know. My nose, I would say if you mixed Boss bottled apple and a little bit of the booze from Kute, you get Apple Brandy, okay? And it has its own sort of a DNA. Beautiful fragrance. If you ask me, this one 10, this is 9.5. Okay, that's how the comparison goes. That's how close they are. And when I have both of them, literally liquid money I'm holding here. I'll tell you, if price was not an issue, if let's say they just like talking about the juice, these two are some of the best Kilian fragrances. For me, the dark ones, they don't work. Dark Lord and Straight to Heaven, these things are more for winter countries. Our country conditions, these things work. Okay, so if you ask me, these two are worth it absolutely 200%. If your money can buy this, get them. If you cannot get Apple Brandy, try to get Boss bottle. It's really good, not equally good. This is all signature scent worthy, but this is more niche style for sure. Okay, so 10, 9.5. That is my final review. Check them out and check out Fragrantica comments, see what people say about these. I think these bottles are gorgeous. Presentation is beautiful, but maybe they should offer maybe something like 100 ml bottles. That would be a bit of relief or some cost saving options, because 250 bucks per 50 ml, tough. Not everybody can afford it, right? So luxury, beauty, love, all in the same bottle. Thank you so much for watching. Do let me know your opinion, and do you think they're worth the price tag? Have a nice day. See you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.